We'll call to order the Douglasville City Council regular meeting for tonight, which is Monday, February the 2nd, 2026. So I'll call this meeting to order, and our invocation will be done by the Associate Youth Pastor, Scott York of First Presbyterian Church of Douglasville. After that, we'll have the Pledge of Allegiance, which will be led by the Mayor Pro Tem, City Councilmember Terry Miller. Please stand for the invocation.
Good to be with you all this evening. Good to see you again. Let me pray for us. Dear Heavenly Father, we come to you with the spirit of Jeremiah 29 in our hearts, to seek first the welfare of the city you have placed us in. Lord, we come to you with that in mind and just pray for wisdom and discernment for all these leaders present here as they seek to tackle the items on the agenda before them. And we just pray your continued blessing upon our city and our community. Pray all this in your heavenly name, Lord Jesus. Amen. To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem, for leading us in the pledge, and thank you, Pastor York. We appreciate the invocation, and God bless you with the young people. Stay warm. Yes, sir. Thank you so much. My name is Rochelle Robinson. I'm mayor of the city of Douglasville. I'd like to welcome you to our voting meeting. This is a city council meeting of agenda items that were discussed last Thursday. Official action will be taken on those items this evening. These agenda items were discussed at the legislative work session, and so we'll take action on that. If the business you're here for is not listed as an agenda item, there will be ample time under the agenda item comments from citizens and delegates section for you to discuss your business. I'll go over a few protocol items for our meeting and how it will be conducted this evening, and then we'll get to the business of taking care of the agenda. I ask that you please keep your comments and presentations on a professional level, dealing with the facts that are important for this governing body to make our decisions. We will not accept comments that are considered by the chair to be of a personal attack on any individual or group of individuals. You will receive a warning from the chair, and if you deviate from that requirement, a second deviation will result in a request for you to leave the premises. Only one person speaking at a time. When you're at the podium, please do not applaud. Talk to others in the audience. Carry on a conversation, clap. Just focus all of your attention on myself and council members, and ask the committee chairperson when you're able to speak. We're only required to accept public comments during the required public hearings, and we're not required to accept public comments on other items before the council outside of those public hearings opportunity. If you have a cell phone or electronic device, I ask you to please put those in silent mode. And now I'll go over how the agenda will be handled, and then we'll get into the meat of the meeting. The agenda items will be handled in the following manner. The committee chairperson will read his or her agenda. Then that person representing that agenda item or applicant will make his or her presentation. Myself and council members will possibly ask clarifying questions to help us make a determination before we vote. If it's a public hearing and you like to speak, we will accept new comments only. Because these items were discussed on last Thursday, our legislative work session, we will not take questions or comments regarding each item during this meeting. This is a meeting where we will either move to approve, deny, or take no action. Prior to approaching the podium, please fill out a speaker, sign in. There is a form outside. You can sign your name on that form. It gives all your information. We ask that you would fill that form out, give it to our Assistant City Manager, Ms. Callan, to my left, your right, and she will make certain that she gives that information to Ms. Vicky, our City Clerk, to my right. When you come to the podium, please state your name and address for the record, and then you can proceed, and you have 5 minutes to present your case. This is not a question and answer format, debate, argument. We're not going back and forth. We just receive the information. That person, the city chairperson, will make any comments. If we can answer at that time, we'll give it to staff. If not, we'll come back and give you information later on. If you have any printed material, please give that to our Assistant City Manager, and she will give it to the clerk's office, and the clerk will pass the information out. I believe that's it for all the protocol items, and if you want a paper agenda, they're outside on the desk. If not, you can follow us above me on the screen, or those screens at the screen that's here, and we will proceed with the meeting. So now we are at item number 5, which is approval of the agenda. So I open the floor for a motion for adoption of the regular meeting agenda for January 20th, 2026.
So moved.
Thank you, Councilman Estes. I have a motion to approve. May I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Councilmember Davis. It's been properly moved in second for the adoption of item 26-044. Do we have any corrections, any concerns about approval of the agenda? Okay, not seeing any. All those in favor of approving this item, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. 26-044 is unanimously approved. We'll move on then to minutes of January 15th, 2026, committee meetings, legislative work session, and minutes of January 20th, 2026, which consisted of the committee meetings, executive session, and the regular meeting. So that's item 26-042. I'll open the floor for a motion to approve.
So moved.
Thank you so much, Councilmember Estes. I have a motion to approve. May I have a second, please? Thank you, Councilmember Watts. It's been properly moved and second to approve item 26-042. Do we see any corrections, concerns, or comments from council as it relates to this item? I don't see any. All those in favor of approving, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. 26-042 is unanimously approved. We'll move on to item number 7. That is the consent agenda. I'll open the floor for a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
So moved.
Thank you, Councilman Estes. I have a motion to approve. May I have a second, please?
Second.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. It's been properly moved and second to approve the consent agenda as presented. Do we have any questions, concerns, comments? Anyone want to pull out any of those items before we vote? I don't see any. All those in favor of approving this item, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. The consent agenda is approved as presented. Now we'll move on to item number 8, which is the Economic Development Committee. That's chaired by Mayor Pro Tem City Councilmember Terry Miller.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. We have no business under the Economic Development Committee at this time.
Thank you so much, Mayor Pro Tem. Item 9 is Finance Committee, chaired by Councilmember Chris Watts.
Thank you, Madam Mayor.
Yes, sir.
We have one item this evening.
Mm-hmm.
Authorize the mayor to sign an agreement with West Chatham Warning Devices, Inc. for the installation of emergency equipment to 12 Chevrolet Tahoes for the Douglasville Police Department in the amount of $223,349. And is Captain Mark Edwards here, or is that going to be okay?
Chairman Watts, this agreement is with West Chatham. There was an RFP put out. There were 4 bidders, and it's to install and equip our 12 Tahoes, police patrol Tahoes, with equipment, emergency equipment, blue lights, siren, cages, and stuff like that.
So are these new Tahoes?
These are new Tahoes, correct.
And I know y'all discussed this the other night. Any questions or comments? Yes, Councilman Estes.
Mr. Chairman, just to reiterate what the chief said Thursday night, this West Chatham is a company that we have used quite a bit before, which I think is an important point.
Okay.
Thanks.
All right, thank you for that. Any other comments or questions? Yes, go ahead,
And I
Councilman.
believe this is all
Mayor.
standard equipment for every patrol vehicle, correct?
Yes,
Okay.
It's the blue lights and all of that.
it is. It's a lot of equipment.
Yeah. Yeah, I looked at the price tag for each vehicle. It gets up there, but it's needed, and they're new, so they got to have it.
Yeah, and as standards change, you know, the emergency equipment, the types of siren and the lights, it's a liability. We need to have the right equipment so that it's safer.
Any grants associated with covering the cost of this, or is this just?
No, there's no grants for this.
Okay, gotcha. Any other questions, comments? Okay, at this time, I'd like to make a motion to approve item 26-034.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman. I have a motion to approve. May I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Councilman Estes. It's been properly moved and second, moved by the chair, second by Councilmember Estes to approve item 26-034. Do we have any additional comments, concerns, or questions for our Deputy Chief? Thank you. Not seeing any. All those in favor of approving this item, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. 26-034 is unanimously approved.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. That's all we had tonight under finance.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman, and thank you, Deputy Chief J.R. Davison. We'll move on to Housing and Community Affairs Committee, chaired by Councilmember Elena Hudson.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. We have no business under the Housing and Community Affairs Committee this evening.
Thank you, ma'am. Legislative and Intergovernmental Committee, chaired by Mayor Pro Tem, City Councilmember Terry Miller.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. We have no business under the Legislative and Intergovernmental Committee at this time.
Thank you, sir. Personnel and Organization Committee, chaired by Councilmember Howard Estes.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. The Personnel and Organization Committee has no business this evening.
Thank you, sir. Planning and Development Committee, chaired by Councilmember Nicole Miller.
Thank you, Madam Mayor.
You're welcome.
We do have a couple of items this evening.
Mhm.
Our first item is item number 26-007. It says to consider proposed ordinance to remove the requirement for special land use permit for short-term rentals. Application by the City of Douglasville. Mr. Dana Gray, do you have any additional information for us?
No, I do not.
Okay. I know we've chatted about this item, and I spoke with Councilman Estes, and thank you for handling this item for me last week. I believe earlier when I spoke with Coach, you had a few questions about this one.
Just for my own information, thank you, Madam Chair. What's the difference for the viewing audience between a long-term rental, short-term rental, as far as, is this the same, similar requirement for the long-term rentals?
Short-term rentals is less than 30 days.
And so, but the SLUP is required for both types of rentals, long-term or short?
It's, right now, it's just short-term rentals.
Okay. All right. And I guess the other question, and may not be able to answer this tonight, but I was just curious, you know, some homeowners associations in the city have rental limits, and I've always assumed that had to do with someone renting their house to someone else for long-term. And so there is no difference as far, you know, rental's a rental, right? So there's no distinguishing between short-term and long-term as far as that's concerned. As HOAs that might want to ask, because somebody within an HOA might want to do Airbnb short-term rentals, and they might wonder if that counts towards that cap.
Well, they have, that's true, yes. And then it might also be in the HOA to get permission to be able to have that short-term rental, or to be able to use those services such as Vibro, Airbnb.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank you, Mr. Gray.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Did anyone else have any questions regarding this item? No? Okay. With that being said, I make a motion that we approve item number 26-007.
Thank you so much, Madam Chairman. We have a motion to approve. May I have a second, please?
Second.
Thank you, Councilman Estes. It's been properly moved and second, moved by the chair, Councilmember Miller, and second, Councilmember Estes, to approve item 26-007. Do we have any additional comments, questions, or concerns from council members as relates to this item? I don't see any. All those in favor of approving item 26-007, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. This is unanimously approved.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Our next item is item number 26-008. Says consider request for a special land use permit for automotive sales, new and used cars for property zone general commercial district, being 2.64 acres on 12067 Veterans Memorial Highway and land lot 825, District 18, Section 2, Parcel ID A004, application by Carmana Auto Sales, and Mr. Gray is going to go over this with us.
They had a slight update. There was a concern about cars spilling out into the street. They do have a fence, so it is their intent to keep all their automobiles within that enclosure of the fence.
Thank you. And that fence is also up to code?
Yes.
Perfect, thank you. Okay. Did we have any additional questions or comments regarding this item? Yes, ma'am.
I did, Madam Chair, and I had the concern. Thank you so much, Mr. Gray,
Yes.
for addressing that issue. With the special land use permit, is there a time frame?
It's the pleasure of the board if you want to put a time frame on it. Otherwise, it will just remain open.
We used to do 2 years, a year. I'm not sure. We've just been having a lot of issues with used car
Okay.
lots and with code enforcement, so.
We don't have a standard for how long we do?
We used to have a standard and then we lifted it, but it's up, because it depended on the business. So some of them we let it to be reoccurring, and other businesses, it was up to the chair or the council to make a
Okay.
recommendation for 2 years, 5 years, or.
So if we do something like that, how do we ensure that it coincides along with their business license so
Yeah.
we don't have another issue going on where someone's operating with a business license and without a slot?
Yes.
Is that something like, do those run concurrent so that when you're renewing one, you renew the other?
So when you come to renew the business license, staff will research that site, and we'll find out that if it's expired, then they cannot move forward with the business license until they renew the special land use permit.
Okay, but this particular business is already zoned properly. The business is already open, is that correct?
No, they're not open.
Oh,
yet.
okay, so they're getting ready to open. Okay,
But they
so,
have the cards out there.
okay, so, council, how do you guys feel about placing, like I guess like a 2-year?
I was gonna say, Madam Chair, we used to do 1 year all the time, and that became rather inconvenient for a lot of businesses, have to keep coming back every single year. So I think that's what we lifted that 1 year, if I'm
We
correct,
did.
Madam Mayor.
I think Coach was already raising his hand.
Well,
that we-
I just was gonna say, I thought I read within the agenda item that the last slup on this property, for whatever it was a 5-year.
Yes. Mhm.
So, do
And
we
we
have
can
to
do
be
5.
consistent, or is it at our discretion? Okay.
It can be 5. I just don't want it to be in perpetuity.
Right,
Because-
and I agree.
Because of,
agree.
again, I've been riding around with code enforcement and
Right.
in public works, and this is a reoccurring issue around the city.
Right.
And I don't know if the police department wants to chime in either, but, there's been an issue, Grady Street and Gray or whatever, it's just, these car lots can become
Right.
a nuisance, and
This-
so.
This
if-
particular property had a lot of stuff on it.
It did
Yeah,
have those
so
washing machines.
This
and-
has been cleaned
And
up,
so they've
so
cleaned
it's a
it
good
up to
thing.
get it ready. Okay, can we get a consensus then, council? Like, how do we feel? Do we want to do 2 years? Do we want to, Councilman Estes is saying 5 years.
5 is fine,
Okay.
as long as we have some kind of checks and balances, and then that will give them an opportunity. Business licenses are due every year at the end of the year, so it'll give them an opportunity to
Okay,
show.
like that, Councilman Estes?
But, Mr. Gray, that would go into our system so that when they came to renew a business license in 5 years, it would flag it.
We'll be able to set up a prerequisite, so it'll come up when they come on that 5th year.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, just to make sure, so we don't have any miscommunication like we have seen recently. All right, thank you.
Wonderful, thank you. I think,
Madam
Coach, you
Chair.
had one more question?
Point of clarification, because we are just into a new year, would you all, I would prefer that you all set a December 31st deadline of a certain year, because they could renew potentially at the 5th year and then not come back to you until the 6th year, for example.
And
So
then
I
they
would
would
just,
be running without it.
I would
Okay.
recommend a date certain instead of just say 5 years.
Okay, that makes sense too.
31, December 31, 31,
30,
30.
Or 30,
because that would be, 31 would be 5 years and 350
yes.
days or whatever.
Okay, I'm good with that.
Legal, what's the motion to put an addendum? Is it December 31?
December 31 would be
Thir-
closest to
30.
30,
Okay,
December 31st.
30
30.
would be slightly less than 5 years.
right,
Yes.
and so that would give them
Instead of
time,
going
okay, so
almost to
December
6.
31st of 2030, okay. I believe Coach had a question though.
I can't find it where I thought I read this, but do they have any other plans other than a car lot? Like, I thought I saw something about applying for other permits for that property, but it wasn't specific, and I may have just read too much into it. There's no other plans for this other than what we're seeing tonight?
Correct.
Okay.
But it's 2 buildings.
There is 2 buildings. They haven't made mention of what they're going to do with the second building. I don't even know. They are here, if you want to know
Do you want to know?
about the second building.
I'm good, I just.
Okay, I think we can move forward with it. How about we go ahead and make a motion that we approve item number 26-008 to run through December 31st, 2031. 2031.
It would, excuse me, point of clarity, for our legal, it would be 2031. That would give us at 5 years.
If you do today's date. If you're doing December 31st, that gives them a whole extra year.
That just gets, that's a 5-year minus approximately a month.
At 2030.
2030.
For purposes of aligning that.
Math lessons next month.
No, I just wanted to make sure the council realized, so it would be less than 5 years
Yes.
if you do the
Right.
30.
Right.
Yes.
4 years,
But that
11
means that when they
months.
come to renew their business
Then it
license,
would
they would
be-
know that.
I'm
it
on the
would
slow
be time
bus
to do the
because
same thing.
6,
We just wanted to make sure that we were over here making sure that it was, it was basically less than 5 years if you put it at 30.
yeah, because that's what I was gonna say. If it's a 6 and 4 is 10. So if this is 2026 and then that's
But-
2030, that's,
But
am I
But
crazy?
you're
it's-
not- you're missing this year
So it's
then.
4 years and some change.
So
Okay.
you have 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30, that's 5 years.
If we're ending
Okay.
it at the end of the year,
Okay.
yeah,
We're-
you're giving
we
them an
good?
extra year.
Okay,
Making us look bad.
okay.
Thank you.
You might want to repeat that just to be
I was
sure.
talking Mayor Pro Tem, I'm sorry, okay. Again, I would like to make a motion that we approve item number 26-008 with the SLUP to run through December 31st of 2030.
Thank you so much, Madam Chair, but I have a motion to approve. May I have a second?
Second.
Thank you. It's been properly moved in second to approve item 26-008 to run through with a special land use permit to December 31st, 2030. Do we have any additional comments, questions, or concerns for staff? If not, all those in favor of approving this item with this SLUP, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. 26-008 is approved with a special land use permit running through December 31st, 2030.
Thank you so much.
You're
Madam
welcome.
Mayor, that is all that we have this evening for planning and development.
Thank you so much, Madam Chairman, and thank you, Mr. Gray and staff, legal, and City Manager's Office. We'll move on to item number 14, Public Improvement and Beautification Committee. That's also chaired by Councilmember Nicole Miller.
Yes, ma'am, and we have no business this evening for public improvement and beautification.
Thank you, ma'am. Public Relations Committee, chaired by Councilmember Samuel Davis.
I let this time, thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Davis. Public Safety Committee, chaired by Councilmember Howard Estes.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. We have no business for the Public Safety Committee this evening.
Thank you, sir. Recreation, Culture, and Tourism, chaired by Councilmember Chris Watts.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. We have no business tonight under Recreation, Culture, and Tourism.
Thank you, sir. Technology Committee, chaired by Councilmember DeVici Round Caldwell.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. We have no business under Technology Committee tonight.
Thank you, sir. Transportation Committee, chaired by Councilmember Elena Hudson.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. We have no business under the Transportation Committee this evening.
Thank you, ma'am. Do we have any other business to come before council tonight from council members? No, I just will remind council that we do have our strategic workshop. I believe the city manager's office is probably going to brief us, but it's next week. I believe it's Monday and Tuesday. I'm not 100% sure, or Tuesday, Wednesday, one of those days, but they'll tell us. And I think there was some, is there Unity Day coming up, Chief, Deputy Chief?
That's February 21st.
Oh, we have some time.
On Tuesday, the 10th, is our town hall meeting with the year-end report.
Tuesday, 10th. Yeah, so that's when we'll do the crime stats for the year and all of that.
Correct.
That's, okay, so that's next Tuesday.
Tuesday, the 10th.
Yes, sir. So council, if we remember that next Tuesday, the 10th, the police department is doing the end of the year report for the citizens. So that would be a good meeting to attend. And on that same vein, we'll be in prayer for Gwinnett. The mayor called me there. One of the police officers was killed in the line of duty this morning, and another one was seriously injured. So we'll be in prayer for them. I believe that's all I had. So we'll move on to updates from our city staff. Our city attorney, Mr. Joel Dotson.
No business, Madam Mayor.
Thank you, sir. Our staff attorney, Ms. Miranda Jordan.
No business, Madam Mayor, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, Attorney Jordan. Our chief of police, or chief department deputy chief, J.R. Davison.
No business, Madam Mayor.
Thank you, sir. our city manager's office, Deputy City Manager, Ms. Chelsea Jackson.
Yes, ma'am. Just a few announcements. As Madam Mayor announced, on Tuesday, February 10th, you will have the first day of your Mayor and Council Strategic Planning Workshop. It will be at the Greystone Power Headquarters at 3400 Hiram Douglasville Highway, at the Greystone Power Headquarters. So that will be the first day on Tuesday, February 10th, and then the second day, February 11th, both days starting at 9 a.m. At the same locations. And then also on December 12th, you will have the grand reopening of the Douglasville Conference Center. Today is actually your last meeting here at Jesse Davis Park. But on February 12th at 6 p.m., your 5 p.m. committee's meeting gets canceled, but 6 p.m. will be your first meeting back into your newly renovated conference center. And that reopening event will start at 4 p.m. at the Douglasville Conference Center.
Okay, very good. Thank you so much, Deputy City Manager. That's exciting to hear. Let me see, I think that's it. I do want to thank Public Works for being prepared, and Ms. Director Burdette and the staff for helping us through the inclement weather over the past 2 weekends that you all were prepared. I know we had a little bit of trees that were down, but you all prepared the streets. You had everything ready in case of emergencies, and we appreciate the staff working overtime and picking up trash on time and all of that. It was just, thank you so much. You were a blessing. We do have our fire chief, Dr. Allen, here. If you have anything, we appreciate emergency and fire being on standby as well with public safety and our police department. Do you have anything, fire chief?
No, ma'am.
All right, thank you so much, Dr. Allen. Now it's time for comments from citizens and delegates. If you'd like to say anything, please come forward, give us your name and address for the record, and you have 5 minutes to talk to us about anything germane to the city of Douglasville. Don't have any takers? All right, not having any other business, this meeting is adjourned.